Okay then. Now that we know what we'll be using, let's do something for today. So I'll come here and click new, whatever you have. Now we are going to talk about the structure of a web page. Are you okay? We have a building block of a web page, and every page has a building block. As I said, everything is being put or everything is being encoded in a markup in a bracket. Are you okay? In the that less than and the quotes. Are you okay? So the first thing that I'll talk about here, the first one is HTML. So we start everything here with HTML. Let me zoom so that you will see what is happening here. Okay, so the first now we type is what HTML, then the second first is HTML, second I'm just numbering it. Okay, second is head. Now this head has a child okay, and each child, it has a lot of children. This head that we see here, it has a lot of children, but we'll talk about only one child for now. So we'll talk about the title. Okay, so it compares with the title. Then after that we have body. Okay, then the fourth of it is the HTML ending. So someone will be confused, why do we have HTML at the beginning and the HTML as the ending? So that's it. So we start the whole thing with HTML. We come to the head. Okay, now we come to the body. So let me remove this so that I will save. So these are the three basic block of HTML. But then the first rule says that anytime you open a tag, so this is being called a tag. This is being called a tag. Okay, the square and those that you see is being called a tag. So the first rule says that what anytime you open a tag, you have to close a tag. So that means that you will have HTML. Let me show you HTML. Then we will close. So we have open HTML in the tag. Then we have to close HTML here. Now look at this structure. The structure is very simple. When you look at here, I have HTML here and I have the same HTML here. So there's nothing different here. But the only difference here is always the back slash here. So we call this one an opening tag. Okay. So we call this one the first one an open tag, and this we call it a closing tag. So let me make so you understand what is happening here. So this is called open tag. Okay, and this is called closing tag. The reason why it's being called a closing tag is just because of the slash here. Now look at the slash. So this slash is closing the tag. So we open a tag, there is an open tag, and this is a closing tag. So anytime, as the first rule say that anytime you open a tag, you have to close a tag. Okay, and there are some tags they don't have a closing tag, but when you close them, it won't be anything. When you close it, it won't be any problem. But then, to be sure of it, you open a tag, you close a tag. So this is the base block, the basic block, or the building block of every language has a building block, and this is a building block for web page. Okay. So you see that I've opened an HTML here, and I've closed an HTML tag. Okay. So now you see that we are having two here. So whatever that is that we want to do, we want to render, will go between these two the two tags. So let me show you what I mean. I have HTML here. Forgive me, my typing is a little bit slow. I just intentionally do that so that we follow what you are doing. So whatever that you want to put here, so let's say hi or whatever it is, I don't even know. Let's say hello. So whatever that we want to excuse me, whatever that you want to render on the page to show on the page will be placed in between the open, the closing, or the closing or the tag. Okay. When you put it somewhere, there is some that we will talk about. For now, we are dealing with what the closing and the building block. Okay. So that's the first building block that we see here. So we open HTML. Now look at what is going to happen here. I'm going to hit enter. So I'll give space. So the HTML is the main thing that we have here. This is a parent container, and this is the closing of the parent container. Now whatever that comes will come as children to the HTML. HTML serves as a container that holds everything. Now things that go out outside, if anything go outside this one, it won't be rendered on the page. So the page, it will be showing as a format, but instead of showing as a format of web page, on web page, you won't see that. The way I'm saying, you'll be confused for now, but I will show you what it means. So I start here with my head. As the rule says, anytime you open a head, you open with a tag, you close with a tag. Okay. So I have to close the tag. So I've closed this tag. Now we said that what this head also have what a child word or a children word tags or children, sorry, a children element. These are the element. Okay, basic block, children element. So we hit enter. Then we come inside that particular this one. Then we will put the child word element also there. Now, as I said, there are a lot of what element here. Okay, there are a lot of it here. This one contains a huge sum of everything. The thing that does not show on the page is in place in between the head. Okay, but we are going to work on few of it, but now we are going to work on title. Okay, now we move to the next one. The next one is the body. So we open the body, then we close the body, right? Okay, and there's it. Now this body, what it does, that anything that we want to show on the page, will come in the body. It's like writing a letter. You have the head. The head doesn't contain the information that you want. The head is just a title. Contains something that is not to be used to know what you are requesting for. Okay, but the message lies what in here. Okay, so this, let me take this one off. Now what do we see here is the basic block of web page. Now this one, we can intertwine them. We can't miss them. When you miss them, it won't come. It needs to be to be structuralized. It needs to be follow each one another. So we will start with the HTML here, and with the end here. So the best way is that anytime you open a tag, you close the tag. So when you open, because everything have to come in between this. Okay. So now let me get a title here. So let's say website developing let's use this website developing. Okay, so this is my title. So let's say we have something of this. So let me take this one out. So I just took a title. Okay, now this now you are seeing here is HTML4. We have HTML5. We'll come back to that. And now we are dealing with HTML4. I don't want to include some syntax so that you get confused. There's a syntax that you have to include in between the head. Okay, there's a lot of syntax. I don't want to include it so that you get confused. So now this is the base building block. Okay, so now let's see how we will save this particular thing. Now I have this work done. Now I want to save it. So what how will I save this thing? You come to the file, you click on save. Now as I said, you choose a folder. Okay, so let me go back and show you something. Now if you look, you said I have created a folder here and website, so that's where I'm going to keep what my stuff inside. Okay, so I'll come here and search for the folder. So I have website here. Okay, you see I've already have a few things there. Now I'll type out the name. Okay, so let's say the name is arbitrary, you can use any name. Now web, but what is important here is the extension. Okay, anytime you want to save, make sure that your filter, whatever type, the type here, mine is filter here, the type here is being selected to all files. Then the name, the extension is the dot and the what, HTML. That is extension. So we click on save. Now you see that the structure have changed right now. Here it was in different form, but now it has changed. Let me show you how it means here. When I go to my folder, now this is the folder. Let me zoom it. So now you see this is the folder I'm having. Now what I save here, it didn't come to this folder. Are you okay? So now we have to go and search for where it is. I didn't. Let me go back. So let me see where this is. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. I have to look for it. Okay, I think I didn't select the page, so don't worry, I'll find it for you. So let's come here. So the name is web. So let's see. Now you see that I can see the web.html here. So click on it. So don't worry, if you can't find it, it's not a problem. So this is something I was reading. So let's come here. Let's go to save as. So it's here. Okay, it's rather, I know where it is. Don't worry. Let me show you where I can find it. So I'll come here, folder. So this is at the home. Okay, so this is at the home, and there's a website here too that I did create, so I didn't check. Now here is the file. Now you see that the file has changed. Now when you double click it, it will open the web page directly. Now you see that here is blank, but when you look at the top, you can see the website of developing. That's the subtitle. And when I view the source code here, now you see that that's what we rendered on the page, and you see everything is there. And you can see that what I showed earlier wasn't a drawing, and this is what is happening. So that's it. So let's go back to our cancel this. Let me take this off. Sorry. So now this is the basic building block of HTML. This is where we are going to start everything from. So there's it. I will do a farewell here and we will continue. So have it, practice, know how to do it. So after you do everything, your extension is supposed to be what? .html. So let's say the saving can be saving with what? Let's say the web, whatever name we take, .html. Some also refer by what? I'll call it htm or work. Okay, but what I prefer here is .html. And when you do this, when you double click it, it will open your page for you. So